Let's say that you're doing a car audio install that has a bunch of different smaller devices. Maybe it's going to have a DSP, maybe it's going to have an active line output converter, maybe a powered equalizer, maybe some cooling fans, maybe some lighting. There's lots of different little items that we could add. But there's definitely one thing that's for sure, adding all of these different devices is going to require a ton of wiring. At minimum, we're gonna have to provide each device with a 12-volt power source and a ground. Some may even require a switched power source, so as you can imagine, this can turn into quite the headache pretty quickly. So what can we use to create a wire distribution network that includes fuses and keeps all of our wiring nice and safe? Let's take a look at this fuse block, which I feel like perfectly handles the task, and let's do a review. Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Mark. Welcome to Car Audio Fabrication. Here on this channel, I do car audio lessons and build log videos, and I also do review videos like this video. I believe there is nothing more amazing than a great sounding, well-designed car audio system, and I'm here to help you guys achieve that car audio bliss. Before we get started, I do want to make it clear that this device is not meant to be used for amplifier wire distribution. For wiring amplifiers, you should use distribution blocks that are designed to handle more current and to accept larger wiring. Some of my favorites are the Connection SFC41C, and if you like SPL or larger systems, I like a lot of the blocks that Steve Mead has been selling. But when it comes to adding several smaller devices into a system, it's nice to have something that is really compact. Being compact is one of the many cool features about the Blue Sea Systems fuse block. Let's take a closer look. So here we have it, the Blue Sea Systems fuse block. Now these guys actually make a variety of different fuse blocks, and I'll link this one along with some of the other ones that I really like down in the video description. Now while we're opening this up, I do want to mention that this is not a sponsored video. It's something that I've used on several builds and installs, and I really like the way it performs. It's never let me down. So I wanted to share it with you guys and let you know about it. So within the package, we have the device itself. We also have this insert with some directions and some different specifications on the back side there. And then we also have this sheet here. This is a sheet of stickers so that we can actually label what each of our different wires is. So first impressions, this is definitely a nice, solid, durable plastic. It doesn't feel cheap at all. It definitely feels robust. It feels like something that would last in an install. If there is something that I notice right away that I dislike about this, it's the fact that, listen to this. I've noticed that the shell on these does rattle a little bit, so that can obviously be a little bit annoying in a car audio installation, especially with all the vibration. What I've noticed though is if you do put a little bit of cloth Tessa tape between each of these different points where the two pieces make contact, then it stops that vibration noise. What I do like about this is a lot of times on these fuse blocks, you have to know exactly where to pinch the cover in order to remove it, and sometimes it's hard to do. It doesn't work out quite right. With this device, what you do, you can see this is obviously easy to locate, easy to see. It's bright yellow. You just push down on that little tab and then it separates from the main body. As you can see, there's these two screws here. What the heck are those for? What would we need those for? Well, these are actually replacement screws. So in the event that, let's say you're undoing one of these because you need to service a wire and it falls and you can no longer find it, you're not, well, screwed because you have screws. So that's really cool, and what you'll notice here is that each of these screws has a lock washer underneath it, so they actually also give you two of the extra lock washers. Now before I forget, I should have mentioned this earlier, it does not include these fuses. I just put these in here for illustrative purposes so that you guys can check it out and see them. Now something else cool about this cover is you'll notice that it has these little spots right here, and you can see a little emblem of a fuse. What these are for is, let's say that you want to store an extra fuse. You can store one here and one here. So next up, let's move on to the main body. Now on this particular one, you can see that we have 3 connection points for some of the main vehicle wiring. For these 3 connection points, you should connect 4 to 6 gauge wire. Now why are there 3? Well, you would use this for your ground. This is connected to all of these, which you would connect your ground wires to. and then you have 2 available for positive. You could have one that's a constant positive and then one that is a switched positive lead. That way, for devices that need both a switched positive and a constant positive, you could provide both of those leads. Now also, if you look close, you can see that each of these different wire connection points is actually numbered or lettered. This is just nice for documentation purposes. If you're putting together a custom vehicle and you want to write up a little manual for the vehicle owner, you can let them know that, hey, lead number 4 goes to whatever particular device. Also, you'll notice that smack dab in the middle here, we have a fuse pulling tool. This is always nice in the event that you do pop a fuse while you're using the vehicle. You don't have to pull out a pair of pliers or try to use your fingers to pull this out. It's really easy to just grab it using that device. Now, when it comes to the fitment of the fuses themselves, I found when you put it in, the fuse is nice and solid in there. It doesn't have a whole lot of play, so I feel confident that these will always have a good connection. In each of the corners here, you can see that we have a mounting hole location, so super easy to find a nice spot to mount this in the vehicle. And what I also like is when you put the cover back on, those mounting locations are covered. This will look like a nice integrated piece of the system. When it comes to actually connecting some wiring to this fuse block, you can just use a Phillips head screwdriver. We'll loosen up some of these screws. For this example, I will connect a couple of spade terminals. You want to make sure that you get the spade terminal under the lock washer. That way the lock washer can still prevent the screw from turning, and we will tighten it down. Something I've noticed with some other fuse blocks is if you take a screwdriver and you really try to make these tight, the plastic will start to deform and kind of stretch around that terminal. With these, I feel like I can really tighten down on them, and the plastic didn't really move at all. I'm not going to do it in this video, but the same goes for the main lugs that we would secure the main power lead and the switched power lead and the ground to. You can really torque these down. Another interesting thing to point out about these terminals is look how wide they are. The fact that these are so wide means that we can put ring connectors on them where we actually take the screw all the way out, put it through the ring connector, and then secure that down. You're not having to force the ring connector in there. So overall, I really like this fuse block. It does have that slight vibration issue, but again, that is easily solved with some Tessa tape. I don't think it's that big a deal because this thing is robust and it's compact and it has so many other features for just being a fuse block. I really like it and I like using it in the install. But with that said, I'm curious to hear what you guys think about this, so feel free to leave me a comment down below. And in the meantime, don't forget that if you want to check this out, I put links to this and all the other different fuse blocks that I like down in the video description. If you're new here and you love car audio, or maybe you're even a custom car builder, I'll put a couple of the other links to some of my videos here on screen, and I would love to have you as a subscriber. As always, a special thanks goes out to John, Brian, Elise, Steve, Jerry, Emmanuel, Truman, James, and Colin, and the rest of the Patreon team. These guys have joined my group where we all help each other learn about custom car audio, and they also help me with the making of the videos. And take a look at details to that as well down in the video description. As always, all my friends, thank you for watching.